Blackstone presents The Recruiter, a Rick Carter novel by Gregg Podolski. This book is read by Jamie Renell. For Christina, Kayla, and Evan, everything I do it for you. And now you have that Bryan Adams song stuck in your head. You're welcome. Chapter 1. The story made the front page of the city section. Below the fold, no picture. But that's only because Ian was so good at what he did. In the hands of a lesser professional, it would have been the top headline, paired with a full-color photo of a grisly crime scene. Police would already be searching for suspects, and there would be whispers of the first move in an underground turf war. I smiled. There was none of that. Thanks to Ian and his impeccable attention to detail, it was being treated as a crime of passion. Both bodies had been found naked in the man's apartment. There was mention of his suspected ties to organized crime, but he wasn't a major player, and the reporter clearly didn't feel that was a thread worth tugging on. The woman had bruises around her neck, one hand cuffed to a bedpost, the other lying limp in a pool of blood. This came from a hole in the man's jugular, which was only partially plugged by the stem of a broken champagne flute. The rest of the pieces were on the floor next to the nightstand. Her prints were all over the stem. There were heavy amounts of amphetamines in both their systems. No sign of forced entry. No other prints found at the scene. A wild night of rough sex gone horribly wrong. Ian was an artist. I should have charged Leon double. He'd balked at my fee during our first meeting. But that wasn't unusual for new clients. People who have never worked with a recruiter, or have only worked with bad recruiters, don't always appreciate our value when it comes to finding top talent. That was as true when I worked in corporate America as it was with mid-tier crime bosses like Leon White. Then they'd see the quality of candidates I bring to the table, and suddenly, money wasn't an issue. I finished reading the article and closed the paper, confident it would be treated as an open and shut case. My no cops guarantee track record remains unblemished. A part of me, buried deep inside, took a small measure of pride in that. The rest of me was just cold. The early spring temperatures a few days ago proved no more than a tease. Winter had returned to Brussels with a vengeance, well rested from its brief vacation. I was the only person sitting outside my favorite cafe on that sunny but blustery morning, trying to freeze out another hangover with a bowl of melon and a 13-degree wind.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?